This week, Bigfoot sightings of North Carolina. Each week here on Those Endless Mysteries, we are going to be looking at a different state and their Bigfoot sightings. And if you have a sighting that you would like to share, then email it to me. I will be showing the email address at the end of the video. So remember, if you got a sighting out there that you want to share, please drop me an email. The wilderness is vast here in America. From deep dark forests to low-lying swamps. These forests and swamps are said to hold a secret. Not a small secret, but a large and hairy one. This secret that doesn't want to give itself up easily. But as the years goes on, this secret just stays out of the reach of mankind. There are hundreds of people around the world that gets a glimpse of it each year. Just never the whole secret of Bigfoot. People reports hearing and seeing this creature. Now here on Those Endless Mysteries, we are going to try to bring these sightings to you. From news articles to Bigfoot reporting sites, such as sightings listed on the BFRO site and videos from around the web. This week we hit North Carolina to go over sightings there. This first sighting comes out of Alexander County. From June the 12th, 2013, near Taylorsville. This is the follow-up report by BFRO investigator Larry Sidewell. I spoke with the witness by phone a few weeks after he spotted this animal. He was very observant of what he saw. In the short time he had visual on the Sasquatch and was able to recall lots of details. The witness was traveling with his family late afternoon about 4:30 p.m. He was driving and heading east on Sharp Mill Road in Alexander County, North Carolina, very near the Iredell County line. Sharp Mill Road turns into Damascus Church Road after crossing into Iredell County. The area is mixed patches of woods and farmland and is on the eastern foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. The witness looked to the north and spotted a large, hairy biped crossing a power line cut. It was approximately 150 to 200 yards away at the top of the ridge. He estimated the height at 7 to 9 feet. He also described it as being thin and lanky. The animal was traveling very quickly between two patches of woods that the power lines bisected. It was not running, but seemed to glide as it walked. He noticed that it had long 6-inch reddish-brown hair over its entire body. He could not make out any facial features or head shape. He looked down and was hunched over the entire time he viewed it. He noticed it had extremely long arms, almost to its knees, and was walking with palms forward and with long arm swings. The entire encounter lasted between 8 and 10 seconds. The witness told his family after seeing it that, "I think I saw a Bigfoot." He turned the car around to go back and look, but by the time he returned, it had gone into the woods. The witness was absolutely positive about what he saw. He had great recollection of the sighting and was very credible. No one else in the car viewed the Sasquatch. He has not told anyone but me and his family of the sighting. That area of Alexander County is very rural, with woods and farms. There is a lot of agriculture with apple orchards, cattle, and chicken farms. Wildlife is abundant with a large population of deer, wild turkeys, and other small mammals. Outs Creek is the major waterway in this area of the county. It is dammed in two spots to form small lakes. Now that was the end of the report. This next report comes out of Yancey County. The sighting happened on August the 21st of 2011 in the Pisgah National Forest, Black Mountain Campground area. This is the follow-up report by BFRO investigator Kevin Zork. I interviewed RS by phone on December the 2nd, 2011 for approximately 1.5 hours. RS indicated that he and two friends were camping in the Pisgah National Forest at the Black Mountain Campground on August 20th and 21st of 2011. RS describes their campsite as being remote from a cluster of other occupied campsites, separated by an estimated 100 feet from other campers and up towards a ridge. Terrain was composed of rolling hills, average tree growth, ferns, poison ivy, and a nearby stream near a ravine. Deer were observed previously in the park by the group, although none were viewed near the sighting area. During the evening of August 20th, RS indicates that while he and his friends were engaged in typical campfire activities, they all heard numerous unidentified animal-type vocalizations during the evening. The sound started low in volume and tone, and ended in a higher, louder character, described by RS as sounding angry. Later, RS states that one of his companions observed a large figure moving through the woods, close to the campground, by the ambient light of the fire. RS was asleep during this event and does not recall any details. RS states that on August the 21st, 2011, his two companions left to hike to Mount Mitchell. The weather was sunny, skies clear, and temperature was around 80 degrees. RS was unable to complete this hike with his friends and decided to stay at the camp. At approximately 2 p.m., he decided to take a short walk alone on a trail close to camp. RS proceeded approximately 200 yards from his site and suddenly observed a large 7 to 8 foot bipedal animal walking from his right, proceeding across a clear area to the left across his path. RS described the animal as weighing 300 to 500 pounds, possessing 3 to 4 foot wide shoulders like an NBA player, covered in dark brown, straggly, and matted 6-inch long hair. The animal proceeded in a casual manner, employed an estimated 8-foot stride, and arms swayed slower than leg movement. The animal stopped. RS stopped, and they stared at each other from a distance of 35 to 65 feet away. RS states that at this distance he was unable to determine any significant facial features, but the face was the same color as the hair. He relates that he was terrified and the experience scared him tremendously. During the 15 to 30-second stare, RS made the following observations. Head shape was described as semi-conical, but not distinctly pointed. No visible neck was observed. Arms were described as long, hairy, hands extended to its knees. RS did not look at or observe the feet. Legs were muscular. RS felt the animal exhibited a demeanor of indifference. The animal did not appear to be engaged in any specific activity except travel. The animal was the first to break the stare and resumed moving through the wooded area, away from RS. No associated animal tracks or impressions were found after the event. During this interview, I found RS to be a credible observer and witness. I feel it is highly probable that the animal RS observed on August 21st, 2011 was a Bigfoot. End of report. There are a lot of news articles coming out of North Carolina this year, so let's take a look at them. This article came out in September 10th, 2019. The title of the story is Bigfoot in North Carolina. Man says he caught video proof west of Charlotte by Kimberly Johnson, Patstaff. Now, I'm not going to read the whole article on this one because it goes on for a little bit, but I am just going to go over the sighting part. Doug Teague, and I hope I got your name right. If not, I apologize right now. Who is an avid Bigfoot hunter and member of the Catawba Valley Bigfoot Believers, said he took the video earlier last month when he was in the woods retrieving game cameras. On the way out of the woods, I heard a couple of knocks. Just put it off as a woodpecker. Didn't think much of it. Then a rock was thrown and rolled down the hill. Tig said in a video posted on the group's page detailing the incident. Tig lives in McDowell County, about 100 miles west of Charlotte. As Tig walked along in the woods, his dog Daisy ran in the direction of the thrown rock, and he pulled out his phone and took a video. Then, he said, another rock was thrown, and to his right, he heard numerous loud grunts. It definitely got my attention, he said. Another rock was thrown, this time from the left, he said. That's about the time he said he saw something kneel down behind a stump. The object was very black with a pretty silver sheen to it, and it just sat there. Every now and then you could see it move. At one point, the creature turned its head, and Teague said it was then he saw the profile. It was also because it does look like a gorilla, he said. You can see chin, nose, forehead. He said he saw it stand upright, reaching a height of about 7 to 8 feet tall. Then it walked over the hill. The experience left Tig feeling like a giddy school kid, he told WCNC. According to the Hickory Daily Record, Tig has hunted the legendary Bigfoot in western North Carolina for about a decade, often bringing along moon pies, turnips, or granola bars to use as bait. Now that's all I'm going to read of this article. And this next article comes from Coast to Coast titled Bigfoot Prints Found in North Carolina. This article came out in October 9th, 2019. An electrician in North Carolina recently stumbled upon a series of sizable prints that left him wondering if they may have been created by Bigfoot. According to a local media report, the remarkable discovery occurred as Joe Scarborough was working on a job at a residence in the town of Caesar, and he noticed the odd tracks outside the home. The bewildered observer initially suspected that perhaps the large prints had came from a human, marveling to himself that somebody's got a big foot. However, when Scarborough looked closer at the tracks, he was struck by the sheer size of the impressions, noting that they seemed to measure 13 or 14 inches long. To his credit, the quick-thinking electrician went back to his truck and grabbed a tape measure so that he could properly document this strange find. Based on how some small plants were intermingled with the prints, Scarborough surmised that the tracks were relatively fresh. Remarkably, it would seem that the discovery has turned Scarball into something of a Bigfoot hunter, as he now plans to return to the residence to investigate the matter further. "I'm going to spend a night," he revealed. "I'm going to take some game cameras and see what happens. I mean, why not?" While it would seem that Scarball is hoping that the prints really did come from a Bigfoot, he conceded that there may be some shenanigans at play, using that you don't know how many hoaxes are out there. Scarborough's possible Sasquatch prints are yet another in what has become a spat of North Carolina Bigfoot cases that have made the news in recent weeks, including a pair of potential photos of the creature, as well as a woman who believed that the famed cryptid had been lurking in her backyard. Taken together, one might almost say that there is some kind of flap unfolding in the state. So that's the end of the article. So what did you guys think about these sightings and findings? Drop me a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you can keep up with all our latest videos. I think that 2019 has been a very good year for Bigfoot researchers, at least North Carolina this year. There are many more articles out there if you want to check them out just from North Carolina. I had another article from North Carolina in a previous video about Bigfoot, so check that one out as well. With the rash of sightings in North Carolina this year, there is just no way I can cover every article in this video. So we may have to revisit North Carolina on a later video. So I want to jump back over to another sighting report from the BFRO website. This report comes out of Onslow County from 2005, February. The sighting happened at Camp Lejeune Military Base. This is the follow-up investigation report by BFRO investigator Tommy Poland. I spoke in length with the witness by the telephone, and he was able to provide a few more details. The creature was on one knee to the right of his position, and near the other dug-in foxhole positioned near his location. He said he had a friend that used to play football, and he was about 6'7" tall, and this creature was considerably larger. It stood up on two legs and just continued to look at him and his partner as it started walking between the two foxholes and started down the hill. He said it was not moving very fast at all, but calm and confident, like he owned the place. He said it was covered in very thick dark brown to black hair, and when it turned to look back at them, its whole upper body would move instead of just its neck and head. They were able to get a good look at the creature because there was a full moon and the creature was in the clearing near their foxholes. There were four other witnesses, his partner in the foxhole with him, his sergeant, and two other Marines who were in the other foxholes. After the incident, all who saw it discussed it and no one knew what it was. Also noted was an unusual smell. He couldn't really describe it, but could only say it was very strong. This witness told me he had been out of the Marine Corps for the past 2 years and was recounting what he saw. I did ask about the others, but he was not sure how to get in contact with them. But he told me if he ever did, he would have them to contact us. In my 5 years of doing this research, he was one of my better phone interviews. I do believe what he saw was real. He was fairly adamant about it. Hopefully, the others will see his report on our website and come forward with some more details. Now that's the end of the follow-up report. So what do you think? Is Bigfoot creatures getting more bold? Or are we just able to capture more sightings due to all the technology of the times? One thing's for sure, keep those cameras rolling. You never know what you might just catch out there. I think I'm going to close this video out with that sighting. And remember, we will be in another state next week, looking for the reports and evidence that may come out of them. Till then, thanks for watching those endless mysteries. And don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that notification button so you can keep up with all our latest videos. Again, thanks for watching.